Welcome to 11 weeks of Fire King. Make sure you guys smash the living crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. Now, this is actually a very interesting time in the game's history because February 9th is the release date for the Phantom Nightmare set. And I just want to point out here that the next set release date that can change the game is April 26th, 2024, and that's Legacy of Destruction. That is 11 weeks. And that is very, very interesting to think about because we talk about how formats can feel. Okay, well, there's going to be pros and cons to this. I want to preface this before my comment section is like, you're just complaining to complain. No, I want to look at both sides of this because this is very interesting that we're not getting a secondary like side set along the way to kind of try to change the meta whatsoever, at least as of yet. I mean, no one can tell me they can toss anything along the way here. So 11 weeks, starting from February through March. Yes, you do have a speed duel set in March, but I don't consider that an impactful little change along the way. And then you hit April. So that is one, maybe two products along the way for this. Okay, well, that means that people are going to be stuck in the same meta for 11 weeks. So based on that, that's two things. It means that people are going to have plenty of time to play their decks out here. In theory, until the next power creep change, that means that based on all of that, okay, that's pretty good. Playability wise, you're going to get as much time with the fire as you want. On the downside of that, I can tell you most people that are like in the casual intermediate range, probably about 2-3 weeks in, the new meta feel nostalgia is going to start wearing off, and you're going to start to see that meta fatigue kind of wear down. I really hope that this format doesn't turn into a format where locals start to see players disappear because of how stagnant it can actually be. And this is kind of where you look at a lot of the cost basis of the format too, especially when you're looking at the cost of fire and how unfun fire can kind of be to play against. All right, so a lot of when you can draw out a meta this long, for the people that want to perfect the meta and understand the changes and the intricacies that go inside the meta, I think that's kind of interesting. All right, that's where like some good tier 0 formats can lead into. We can see some good innovation, some good change along the way. That's important. But the wear on the side of things, it can take its toll. Now, another interesting thing I want to point out here with this, the only real impactful thing that's going to change over the next course of time here is just a possible ban list. So if we're sitting here from February 9th through April 26th, and you kind of spin the dial around here a little bit and you kind of look at this, you got to ask yourself the next important question. Can we predict where our next ban list is going to be? There is sometimes in terms of possibilities where you can kind of look at enough things across the board here, and every once in a while you can kind of see, well, hey, maybe there is a possibility. We have a Team YCS coming up, all right, in late February. And then you have another Team YCS in Vegas. Okay, well, that's pretty easy. North America Remote Duel on the 24th. And then there is nothing until we get a YCS in Columbia on the 30th. And then Raleigh, North Carolina is the week before the release of Legacy. There is a lot of void in here. It is highly possible that we could see a ban list in March, all right, or very early April, depending on how things go. Because, once again, we get back to the cycle of things here. The meta fatigue for a non-changing, stagnant 11-week format No matter how you look at it, players are going to get fed up, be frustrated. Now, to be fair, we did get our last ban list literally right before Christmas. So lining up something in March makes sense based on trends, and just the void time. Like, I'm genuinely impressed by the amount of downtime that we're experiencing here. But now remember, once, summer kind of ramps up here, you're going to get slammed by Legacy, and you're going to get slammed by Rarity Collection too. I don't know if anybody remembers last year, but it's going to feel very familiar of you getting hit by Age of Overlord, and then you get hit right behind by Rarity Collection swerving on through. It's the exact same thing that just happened. So what it looks like, the illusion here is, hey, you don't have to spend all of this money. The reality of the situation is you better start saving, because you have a core set and you have a reprint set literally within a month of each other, and that's rough. Now, on the flip side of all of this, and this also ties into the meta here, less product for people to buy means that people are going to feel a little bit more safe for the time being. It's going to create this illusion that, oh, hey, I can pick up these cards and I can play them for a while. But the truth of the situation is it's a lot of hang time for a ban list. A lot of sketchy things could happen here in the game in March on that, downward spiral that it looks like we're going to be seeing here. And I think a lot of people are going to go, this is kind of weird and interesting. So, hey, you know what? If you want to pick up a new deck right now, you have, once Fire comes out and you look at the Fire meta and you're like, okay, this is how everything's going to go. You have 3 weeks in February, 4 weeks in March. What is it? You may as well say 4 weeks in April to play it. Once again, you got 11 weeks of playtime for whatever you want. Now, innovations, and changes, tech choices will come out, but I guarantee you, it's going to be interesting, say the least. So, what do you guys think about the void in the 11 weeks of Fire format? What do you plan on playing? Obviously there's going to be a lot of different camps for this. There's going to be a lot of people that are going to go, no, I think I'm going to check out for 11 weeks and relax. Fire format's not for me. You're going to have a lot of people that are going to try to challenge Fire format because they don't want to spend all of this money on the Sinful Spoils garbage. All right, perfectly understandable. I congratulate you. I will be joining you all in trying to challenge the meta out here, whether or not it be with Runic, Horus control with Light and Darkness Dragon, or, just throwing stun at people. This is the kind of format that I look at, and I'm like, yeah, we're playing anti-meta. Or you spend out all of the money, you go join the Fire Brigade over here, and you have some fun, as we're going to call it. But I think for everybody trying to crack this format, and just the playtime competitively that it's going to be interesting. I know I said interesting a lot in this video, but when you think about, the intricacies of a format and the changes that you can see by the week in a meta, whether or not it be from tech choices, a rogue deck, becoming popular and turning heads and getting people excited, or, suddenly, a new Runic variant has been born. And now you start to see this, especially with PAX recent innovations with Rescue Ace and the Fire King deck that we saw turn a format. Joshua Schmidt's take on Bysteel Runic. And, these little things, they can warp and sway formats. It's the unexpected that I think, it's the unexpected that makes the expected possible. Yeah, that was a terrible pun. But either way. Yeah, man, 11 weeks. I'm going to complain a lot about this because I always want things to be exciting and something cool and new to try out. But, man, talk about just wanting to shut off your brain and go, yay, Fire. Me, caveman. Me, love Yu-Gi-Oh! Yes, Fire, bonfire, feed me. You guys have a good rest of your day, all right? And stay safe out there, all right? Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.